We do it every week now, and I'm really enjoying the idea of putting the gameplays breakdowns at the end of these. It is the best team in Madden. This game today was we're going to talk about this for sure. Lots of good cards this week. Lots of real good cards. Let's go over, see who we added, the abilities we added. I still don't know if like this is what I really want to be doing with abilities, but we're trying it. We're going to see how it works. Let's go. If you're looking to build the best team in Madden, make sure you head over to MMOEXP.com to avoid the packs and save some racks. Use code CC for 5% off. Link is in the description below. Fastest coins, cheapest coins. Use code CC. We'll see you guys on the sticks. 5% off. Be great. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? Welcome to the best team in Madden. It's basically a lineup update video where we go over the cards we've added, why we didn't add certain cards, talk about the abilities, and then we show you guys a full breakdown of what is going on right now in the game. So if you are new to the channel, please make sure you are subscribed. Let's hit a like goal of 600 on this video. This is going to be a pretty epic video, in my opinion. Let's just roll into it. We could waste more time, but I don't want to today. Okay. So obviously lots came out this week. Let's just go check out sort of what came out real quick. Legends, stacked legends, Keyshawn Johnson, Richard Seymour, two absolute monsters, two absolutely juiced legends as well. Way more juice than they should be. And then we had some more harvests come out. More champions here. Tyreek Hill, Khalil Mack, Alvin Kamara. We know we got Bo Jackson coming next week. We had, some team of the week stuff. Some of those cards were okay too. Jake Plummer, Patrick Mahomes, they were okay cards, right? But we didn't add everyone. We still are rocking a hybrid theme team. Half Jets, half Raiders. 25 is basically what we're going for. We have more than 25. We have 27 Jets, 28 Raiders. At this point, to go over the rest of this, I'm going to hide the face cam. Don't get mad at me, so you guys can make sure we see all the stuff on here. So we had Larry Allen. We replaced him with Elijah Vera Tucker because he's a Jet, right? That helps out with the team. And then we just had Lael Collins' power up before. Kelvin Beachum obviously goes into the right tackle spot here. Makes a lot of sense, again, being a Jet. He also has left tackle eligibility if you need it, so we could do that. But for the line, I mean, we feel like the line plays just okay anyway. But we're using a lot of AP on the O line right now this week, just the way it is. The additions we had at receiver was Keyshawn Johnson, obviously, which means we got rid of Plaxico. I love Plaxico. I thought he was a great card, but Brandon Marshall statistically is a little better, so that's why we ended up keeping him, and to get all these team boosts here. So we're just going to show you guys the receivers real quick, just so you can see what they look like here. Brandon Marshall, I mean, that's a great card, right? Robbie Anderson, obviously a little bit faster here, and he does save us some AP, being a deep threat, wanting to put deep out of lead on him, as opposed to someone like Plaxico as well. So 98 speed on him, 97 deep route running. Again, another absolute monster of a card. I really feel like some of these cards you use for most of the year, right? Up at this point, with the way the overalls and everything are going. Now, we did not get Kamara. We did not get LeGarrette Blount yet, because I want to see what the Bo Jackson card looks like. We will make a decision at that point who we want to get. We actually can obviously, coin-wise afford, but trying to figure out how to keep the team together is the best thing possible there. And then we got Keyshawn. Now this Keyshawn, I don't think I've ever used a Keyshawn card before. This card is also juiced, and as a route runner, again, his AP situation is pretty nice for us. 97 speed. We see everything else there, and again, he's a big receiver. I love the big receivers. Why don't you have Tyreek Hill? He's not a big receiver. You see all of these guys, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", right? I don't want little receivers in this game. They just don't do as well. They will drop the ball. They won't break the tackles as much. It just, give me the big guys for sure. AP on offense here. Again, we're doing a little bit of testing here. Because we're saving AP with these receivers, I want to see, man, I feel like I've been getting shredded a lot on my offensive line. So we're rocking all day on Armstead. We're rocking deep out of lead on Keyshawn, deep out of lead on Robbie, red zone threat on Brandon Marshall, post up on Pouncey. We haven't used post up since they've changed the AP, but I was like, I feel like I wanted to try it. And then all day on Beachum. And I feel like it's been working pretty well. I haven't really been getting shedded a ton at this point. Now, still, you can get blitzed and all sorts of stuff can happen, but I feel like it's been working out pretty well. I feel like this is a good combination on offense right now for me. Defensively, less was added this week. We did get rid of Lawrence Taylor. He was in this spot. Again, that's fine, but we did obviously add Jamal Adams. Now, we picked him up when he was cheaper. His prices skyrocketed since then. Is this a great card? I don't know if it's a great card. It looks great, right? But does Jamal Adams make a ton of plays? He doesn't really. He's making less plays for me than, say, Jesse Bates did in the same position. But again, he fits the same team. Maybe he's doing things I don't know. Maybe he's covering people I don't realize, and people just aren't throwing it at him. Who knows? But again, Jamal looks great at least. And I always want more pop on the field as possible. And that was part of the reason we had to get rid of Deion Sanders. You guys saw an earlier video on that. We did replace essentially Khalil Mack and Lawrence Taylor, right? So Khalil Mack obviously comes out. He gets, a little theme team boost in here. And everything is great about him. The best thing about him is the 95 block shed, which means I can get run stopper on him, which is an ability I really do like. So we're using unpredictable, reach late, and run stopper on him right here. Again, 3 AP here. And this is a lot more to think like, you know what? I want people to be able to, shed on the run and not cause my pass rush to have a problem. Now reach elite, I don't know how well this is working, but run stopper here. Shed attempts are free on run plays. And then shed wins are less likely to add blocker resistance. So the combination of these two together to me means that when we get those sheds, we're not going to be giving the offensive line resistance. If you understand how it all works. Cam Diablo's still sitting there. We did get rid of JJ Watt to add Richard Seymour, which then means that John Abraham kind of sees the bench. And again, John was playing really great, but Aaron Donald in the middle for us. We need him in there. The one card I would really look forward to upgrading is Warren Sapp whenever he gets one. But let's take a look at Richard Seymour. This card is kind of glitchy. I know I saw a lot of people talking about his traits aren't great. He's played fine. You can't see his stats on pass rushers, unfortunately, but you just can't. So again, unpredictable, reach lead, and this one is defensive rally here. Again, just to add pass rush points, I feel like it makes sense. I like it. Now his model on the field is pretty ridiculous. 6'6", 310. He's an absolute monster looking on the field. 91 speed. This is ridiculous. 91 speed on this guard. With the finesse move, the block shed almost there. If he had that block shed at 95, this would be a little bit of a different story here. We might not have used defensive rally here. We might have gone down to run stopper here, we see, but he doesn't have that. Again, that's totally fine. He gets both end positions and DT as well. So just to call back to the abilities here so you guys can see again, a lot of reach elite going on this weekend. All right, a lot of reach elite. The run game is powerful. Can we stop people a little bit here? Jabril Peppers. We see Khalil Mack here. We see Richard Seymour here. Aaron Donald here. Troy Polamalu also with reach elite. Cam, and then Woodson and Lott with universal coverage. Again, they're on the outside. They're not able to make a ton of plays unless someone throws right at them, on a streak or something along those lines, but it is what it is. Special teams, we got the punter from the Raiders, AJ Cole. We had Braden Mann last week. Again, that makes sense. And since we got rid of Dion, we put Randy Moss at our kick returner. That's fine. Specialist category right here, Jabril Peppers sitting in there. I actually really like the way this card is played. He hasn't done everything, but I like the way he's played. Seymour, Donald, and Mack as our pass rushers. Marshall at the slot. Power back, Derrick Henry. All good there. Strategy items, again, here. You guys like to see these a lot. 2 deep route specialists. 2 in the zones. Bengals offense. Dolphins defense. All very good. But let's roll into this game here. Let me bam. Let's do this. And let's do this. And we are playing a game today. And this is against Sixth Sense. Okay. Now, if you don't know who Sixth Sense is, he's a competitive player. This was a random weekend league matchup. And tell you what, it caught me off guard a little bit because it was a very early morning game. which I wasn't really expecting, to be honest. I'm trying to see if I have like his ranking. He actually ranked really well in this last qualifying here, but I can't find it. Close enough, whatever. He ranked really high. He finished well. I played him earlier this year, and he throttled me pretty good. So I saw this. I was like, I'm gonna lock in. We're gonna play this game. So let's get into this game. 6 cents again. Probably the best player I've randomly matched up with this year, from an accolade perspective, from a talent perspective. I haven't played some of those guys in the past that you normally match up with. You know, we match up randomly with W sometimes, or Skimbo, Pavan. I think Wesley is off Xbox right now. No, I normally would run into him all the time. But again, playing someone of this caliber can be a little intimidating. Now, he's not the biggest name player, but if you're into competitive Madden, you know that he's a pretty good player. So you got to know what's coming here, right? Again, pretty standard. I'm you know, assuming he's gonna be bunch and do all this sort of stuff. So we're gonna play kind of our basic bunch defense to start, see what we can do, see what plays he likes, figure out what playbook he's in, which clear out does he have, all that sort of stuff, and then adjust from there. Start manning people up, doing different things. Again, playing different instead of playing a very generic bunch with a very generic player, someone we may not know. It just makes sense to, like, you got to do things a little bit differently, because they're not really going to make bad reads. It's going to be really, really rare to pick someone off or get an interception there. Sorry. Can be very difficult. So again, like, so look right here, Aaron Donald paying slight dividends there for us in the middle. I love Aaron Donald the way he's been playing. Absolutely love him. So you have to do things different defensively, and offensively. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure, because you can't make any mistakes. If you make a mistake against a really good player, you're done. So we're gonna be watching here with you guys, you know, and look, we get really good pressure there. The man up, everything sort of worked out really well. It's like, okay, we got not bad. 3rd and 13 to start, right? The first run play, he was just kind of rushing anyway. He probably wouldn't have run the ball normally there. But again, here, like, let me, you know, do some man ups here, like Jabril Peppers, we're manning him up, right? He's got good man coverage. We want to see what we can do here. He throws it short, and he's going to be in an early 4th down. I start to feel pretty good about myself when we get an early 4th down there, right? Again, I wasn't trying to protect the flats on 3rd and 13. Why would I want to protect the first down, right? Even if you a 4th and 1 or a 4th and 30, I don't care. It's 4th down. Like, I need one play, one stop. So again, here he does a really, that's a beautiful pass. It was a really beautiful pass. Good old mesh post. Not a lot of people really throw that post there, so I didn't even think to go over for it. I was more worried about the running back. I feel like the running back is always sort of worrisome. And then he goes to bunch tight end here, and I was like, okay, well, you know, it's got to be boot over, right? And he cooks this up, and we just don't animate. Not saying we would have got the ball there, because I don't think we would have got the ball with Cam, but when we clicked on, like, we're right there, right? And again, I don't think we're gonna get the ball. We don't have Acrobat on Cam, but we get nothing. We get nothing from him, and it's like, okay, you know what? That's fine. I tell you guys this when we play. Good players, bad players, great players. You're gonna get me on some of these passes. You're gonna get me once. You're gonna get me twice on stuff, but you're not gonna consistently get me over and over and over and over and over on these things. So it's like, okay, I'm actually really happy at this point that he pulled that out super early, because now I can recognize it, right? If he doesn't pull that out early, I don't know. I think that was a mistake. And he goes for 2 and gets it here. Good pass. I didn't really know what he was going to try and do there. Tight end in. I haven't really seen people run that for a 2-point play. Great play. But again, I think that was a really big moment in the game. Him pulling out his bomb at that point in time, pretty important. Again, I don't want to show my best play early on. I don't. Because if I need it before half, at the end of the game, in a real tough fourth, third and long situation, I want to know, like, I can come back with this. And he already used it on like a first down. So cool. Again, even though he's up and he's up 8, I'm okay with what he's just done, because I think he threw his best punch. Right now we know it's coming. Especially he's audibling it. It's makes everything really obvious for us. So again, the pressure is really on. Like I said, I've played him before and he throttled us pretty bad, because I think he got the ball first, scored, and then we made a mistake, and then that's where the game sort of ends. So we're going to try doing different things here. And again, my reads, I know, have to be absolutely crisp, perfect, on time, not late, and nowhere near his user. Because if we throw a pick 6, I'll be honest, this game, it's over. It is instantly over. So we can't do that. So I'm trying maybe even different route combinations than I normally would at times, which makes it obviously hard to pass the ball sometimes, but it's okay. So here, now that we got the first down, I was like, well, let's run. Let's, see what his gap shoot is, and it's there. It's there. So again, we got to do something a little bit differently here. And while I would like to bomb him or something, and against a worse player, I would try, but here I'm not going to. If short is open, I'm gonna take short. I want to move the ball, keep it moving, basically, right? And just, you see, real crisp reads here. Again, knowing that he's probably in pinch, which is the cover 2, is very unlikely he's putting a deep third out there in the middle of the field. So a lot of times I feel like I can leave that post there. Now, again, knowing he's in 2-4-5 odd, I feel like, well, there are other runs that actually work well against it. So instead of being stubborn, I'm going to stay in my formation. No, I want to win this game. I am locked in. So I'm going to do a couple things different than I normally would. Again, I'm kind of playing the name, I'll be honest, and I will tell you guys, don't play the name, playing the game so often. But I'm treating this like it's a good player, right? And sometimes I don't get that way, and we'll have probably another gameplay this week where we show you something along those lines of taking it easy on your opponent when you shouldn't. Okay, so we get through the first quarter, still down 8. We have the ball, that's totally fine. In a good spot here. Again, just need these little things, right? So slight adjustments consistently here. Knowing that that's a hook means I can throw that pass as soon as he gets to his face is fine. We have the curl there. Again, I want to see what he's doing, and Cam in that curl is going to cover the curl hook is going to cover our curl, obviously, there. So again, trying to do different things, and we have it wide open. It was a great play. Again, I know his focus is going to be the running back wheel over and over, because otherwise it's really hard to stop, right? It is a hard play to stop. So that's where his focus is with his user consistently right now. He is false stepping at worst over there every single time. Bam, 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 bam. Which is why I'm trying to throw everything sort of between the tackles, really, at this point. So we get to 4th and 4 here. And again, let's see what we can do. And again, we leave the post. What did we say earlier? Hey, he's in cover 2. This post should be open. Is it open? It is. It is. All I need to watch there on that play. So we'll rewind it here just real quick for you guys. Just to show you what we're looking for here. So normally, like we said before, when we had that curl route, Cam Chancellor is the one guarding it. Now it's his user. He's, I assume at this point, manned up the other linebacker on the running back. So all I'm watching is Cam. That's all I need to watch, because I know I have the post there, and I know I have the in route. So I'm going to have 2 routes for him to guard. 100%, right? And this is what we see here, right? He sees this in route, smart routed in. So he's going to jump that. And what does that leave? We sucked him down. We opened up the back end, right? It's Madden 101 basically, on how to make things work, how to get players open, how to do things the right way. Cool. I don't go for 2 either. I didn't see the need to chase points at this time. It didn't make sense to chase points. There's a long game left. I feel like, you know, if you're chasing points and all of a sudden he kicks a field goal, then he's up, say 11-6. Like, that's a really awkward score to come back from. If he scores a field goal and it's 11-7, well, we're only down 4. That's pretty normal, right? Normal difference. So, not overly worried about it. Right here, I was a little confused with this play here. I know in the beginning we talked about Jamal Adams maybe not being there. This was probably like his worst pass so far, even though it got tipped. There's a hard flat there. We wouldn't have picked it though. He wouldn't have picked it, at least, you know. So you don't get upset like, oh no, how many times you get a shed when someone's throwing a pick or something along those lines. But again, totally fine. Any loss of downs in this game is great for me. It's great. So he's gonna go and he's gonna do a lot of different stuff with bunch here. And essentially I'm guessing, right? I'm gonna be guessing each and every time. Nice little in slant, whatever it was there, with verticals. Again, what is he doing? He's doing the exact same thing we basically just did. Put in 2 routes, a high and a low. You got to chase one of them. We chased the high, he threw the low. We chased the low, he probably would have thrown the high, right? And again, what I try to tell you guys very often is let them throw the short pass, right? And we did the exact opposite thing there. Again, as you'll see here, we're chasing there, and then when I try to come back down to bait him, we just leave it wide open. It's wide open. Now, I think it was going to be open regardless because our user was pretty far off. But whatever, right? It is what it is. No harm, no foul. And he's going to move the ball on us, right? He's going to score points. You can't be, oh man, like, oh, this should have been this way. This should have been that way. Really good coverage there by us. Really good play. Richard Seymour being a terror. Love to see it. We need plays like that. See, one of the things that has given me slight confidence is that we're getting into like decent spots here, right? He's not getting every first down. Like he's having to go to second down a lot. Here he makes a great play call too. Just to go to the curl flat. I wasn't gonna be over there. I was watching for, I guess the bomb. He could have bombed us from that position there. And again here, I'm gonna use my my user over on the running back side to protect the wheel. It always makes sense, but mesh post, a pretty good play. People like to do that. So my user, similar to how his user is focusing on that running back. The difference is I'm blocking my 10 end a lot, and he's blocking his running back a lot otherwise too. So I'm not chasing the running back constantly, but we do it here, and he actually, I believe that was from mesh spot, probably. It is. That little tight end wheel sits so nicely in there. Beautiful play call, beautiful pass. But again, he's in end goal territory. I don't feel too bad. We'll play a little bit of defense here, and we'll see what we can do. And if we can make something work, I feel like our coverage is going to be pretty good here. And it is. And then he just runs up the middle with Marino. Fair. That's fair. We do. We call the play Tampa 2 spy. I took the spy up the field. How am I going to get upset? But what I did enjoy seeing was that he didn't go for 2 here. So I knew that he was happy with having that 8-point lead. He wasn't going to try and extend it too much, because if he got it there, right? If it was now 16-7, I think that puts me in a bit of a different spot. It truly does, like mentally, like, okay, now I'm down 2 possessions, right? As opposed to down 1 possession. 1 possession is fine. I can handle 1 possession, for sure. But it all depends on what you do and how you do it, really, up to this point. So we have lots of time. We have 2 timeouts. I feel pretty confident. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good that, like, okay, we get the ball at half. All we need to do here is make sure we get points, because then we can take the lead after halftime. I don't know what the score, maybe it's 17-15 in a scenario, maybe it's 21-15. But again, we just got to make sure that we're doing what we're doing. So I'm playing slightly aggressive here. We see, obviously, we're going with a deep post there. We have the baby in route from the running back. Again, I need to have something there. And what I want to do as well is sort of force him to put these hard flats out there, right? I want him to have hard flats that I can throw over top of them, right? But if he doesn't, I have to 100% consistently make sure that I am throwing the flats correctly each and every time. So basically we're gonna do like the same thing here, and I see the curl was really open there. I was really wanting to go deep. Bad play. That's a bad play by me. We didn't get sacked, thankfully, but it was a bad play. We had a wide open pass and we didn't take it. You know, it's probably our first real bad play here. But again, so we did it there, and he adjusted. A second bad play in a row. Why am I doing the exact same thing 2 times in a row like that? It's not a good idea against a good player. He saw the curl. He's like, okay, well, I'll switch up here just in case he does the same thing. And I did the exact same thing. If we did something different, it would have worked out way better. So what do I do this time? I'm going to do something different, right? You have to do something different at this point. It makes all the sense in the world. You cannot, you can't fly out the same play over and over and over. Now, when he comes out in this, I'm like, okay, I feel like he's going to absolutely blitz me here. For sure. Like, he is for sure going to, and he does. And we're getting there, but he, again, since he's blitzing a lot of people, he can't have all those adjustments out there. So he has to pick curl or post. He picked post. We threw curl. We actually made the right play this time. And if he does, we had to throw the curl. We were about to get hit. But if, say, there was no pressure, that post would have been wide open. So 4th down here, we have to, again, be smart. We don't get this, the game could be over. So I actually throw up 2 curls here. And he plays passive. The fact that he plays passive is great for us there. If he pressures us because we're sending out 4 routes, he probably gets home. And that's why we had the 2 curls. I got to make him choose which one. And I have to make the right pass too. But he plays passive. Hey, guess what? Big, huge play for us to get down in here. Now, instead of thinking 3, we're thinking 7. 30 seconds, 1 timeout. Lots of time. Lots that we can actually do in here. Again, playing smart. Down here, now he's been in cover 4 with this look. And I'll be honest, I don't really know what happens here. I think he ran commit or something, I guess. I don't know. But the fact that he ran commit and the fact that I actually somehow, right? So think about this, right? I want to bring this up as a point. Our setup here, right? Brandon Marshall, all game long, we've had him on a drag or a post or something along those lines, right? Nothing too crazy. This play, I put him on a streak. The reason I have him on a streak there is because he's got red zone threat. I was like, well, maybe we could just ag him in here. You know, if he's wide, if he's got a nice one-on-one, we'll throw it. We got kind of fortunate because this little run commit would have taken away basically everything else out there. It would have been a really difficult pass otherwise. So we actually, I'm gonna be honest, we got a little lucky there that I had changed up my route combination completely to get there. So it is 15-14. Again, I'm not chasing points. It's too early in the game. But he does have time here. 25 seconds. He's winning, right? He has no timeouts. So we're playing basically double Mabel with super deep coverage here. He runs this version of clear out. We're all just all over it. Beautiful defense by us. I understand why he ran the play. That's cool. That's great. And again, him throwing it away is just extra seconds off the clock. That's fine. I just don't want him to get anything here. So here, again, this is what I was talking about earlier. He audibles here. So what do? We've seen this play. We know what's coming. We are running back to it. And somehow we're out of reach and he catches it. But he catches it in bounds. There's no touchdown like last time. And the clock is going to run out on him. Again, did he need to make that 1 play touchdown on his first drive? I don't think he did. If he scores normally on that drive, he also scores 7 there. Okay, I'm telling you that 100% would have happened. He would have scored there because I wouldn't have run back there immediately. It's just the truth, right? Again, he threw his best punch in the first round. You're not gonna knock me out in the first round. You could have knocked me out right there, though, for sure. Again, it was I feel it was an odd choice. Maybe he, be honest, maybe he showed me too much respect. I don't know. But now we have the ball. We're down 1. Cool. I don't care about being down 1. We have the ball. We've moved the ball really, really well. The only time we got into a slight difficult situation is where I made 2 bad plays in a row. If I don't make 2 bad plays in a row, we're fine. So I'm going to, again, try to do this stuff. So we're going to try to run the ball here, just because it's like, okay, well, he's in a look that I like. So let's try this run and see what we can get. Pick up a couple yards. Again, I would love to bomb someone and just take the lead, but we have to play smarter here. 2nd and 7 is a fine spot to be in. We have lots of plays left. Right here, I tried something different. I probably could have thrown that, and that corner. I don't know why I did the corner route thing there. It wasn't gonna work, but we still got the ball off. We were 10 of 12 or something like that. Again, 3 yards is fine. 3rd and 4. The whole game is 4th down territory as well. Don't get that twisted, So I don't need to pick up the first down on 2nd down or anything like that. So again, let's try something a little bit different here. We haven't run actual flood yet on him. We'll see what he does. And he runs out of the play. All right, 1st down. Great. This is great, right? We're mixing up our play calls just enough to keep him guessing. We're mixing up our play calls enough and making the right reads most of the time, at least most of the time. And I feel pretty confident in myself at this point that we can do a lot here. So again, we get to 1st down. Let's make this a little more manageable if we can. Pick up a couple yards. I don't need a lot of yards. I don't need a lot, but a couple there just in case, right? Maybe you pop off a run. I don't mind being in 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6, whatever we can get to. So again here, trying more to bomb him here. Is there pressure coming? There's not. That little curl holds him. Again, we're putting him in really difficult situations here because we're running deep passes to the left. We're running deep passes to the right. We're throwing to the short on both sides of the field. We've attacked the middle of the field with the curls. We've attacked the middle of the field with the post. We've done absolutely everything we can to make him not know what we're going to be doing each and every time we play this game, right? His user is guessing at this point. We have done a phenomenal job of attacking everything in here. Now we get down here. I'm like, you know what? Again, let's play a little safe. We'll run the ball a little bit here. No problem. Derrick Henry takes it in for 6. I would say 7, but 6 to give us the lead. Now that we're in this position, you should probably go for 2, right? We should probably try and make this a 7-point game. A 6-point game is fine. But if he gets ball last, we're screwed if we're up 6. So we have to try for 7. Now Robbie Anderson had doubled me on here, and I was a little confused of like what to do. Like, do I try to throw him the ball? I don't know. And he saw that, and I wanted to throw wide, but I got a little scared. So we rolled out here. Robbie runs with us, and he gets his feet out of bounds. So we're up 5. That hurt a little bit. That hurt a little bit. I saw we got on the run inaccurate. Running with Marino. It hurt. It's fine. I get it. But we're up 5. This is great. Right? We're at least in control here. And the fact now is if we get a stop, you got to feel pretty good about this. You got to feel pretty good if we can actually stop him for the first time all game. Which we obviously haven't done yet at all. But we're playing the clock well. We're playing the game well. We're doing everything we need. And I didn't realize at this time that he had double me on Robbie Anderson either. I thought I was like, oh, what's he doing? I said, oh, okay. That's fair. Did I double him? No, I didn't. And so again, here, he just hurried up to be able to try to do it again, honestly. But because we actually did man up there, he didn't throw it. And so he threw it short of the end zone. Again, wide open. So I think this actually works out well because he went down the field really fast. Like really fast. Which means that we could have now time to do what we need. So again, here we're going to come out. We're going to try to just play some very standard goal line defense here. We know he wants to pass. What's he going to try and do? He's just going to, again, I don't think he's going to throw it at me. He's not one of those guys who's going to throw it at the flat when he's rolling and get picked. He's not going to do that, right? That's a very common thing that people do. Then he goes here, and I was like, okay, it's probably what the tight end route again. But when he motioned, that confused me a little bit. I'll be honest. I wasn't sure what he was doing. And then he just threw the tight end route anyway. So bad defense. Really bad defense. I felt like that motion was going to be something, and it really wasn't. So kudos to him. Now he's going to go for 2. We set up our depths a little bit better there. Again, feeling like he's probably going to try the same thing because there he goes back to trips, right? So you have to expect that. So I'm sitting over here more, and he actually doesn't, but I don't know what that was. Unfortunate. I don't really care if it's unfortunate. Cheat him. All right, cheat him. Why not? I didn't expect him to onside kick here, but I didn't want to waste the timeout either, potentially. So I'm pretty good at just recovering the onsides at that point. So we do that, and it's like, okay, now we're in the spot here. Do I think I can clock him out? 5 minutes? Can I make a 5-minute drive from the 40? That's tough. But I'm going to try. We're going to run the ball. We're going to take clock when we can. I'm not going to put out a bomb play on the field or anything right now. Again, I want to take the clock as much as we can. Because we only need 3, right? A 3 would win us the game here if we kicked it with 0 seconds left. So you might as well try to clock him out. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, okay. You know? So again, right here, I'm looking, and nothing's really covered. So we run with Marino. And I try to pick my play as quick as possible here to make sure that runoff works in our favor so that we can actually go to the 4th quarter. So we're still taking that extra 19, 20 seconds there and not having to get another play. If I waited to call my play potentially 18 seconds on the play clock, we wouldn't have been able to take it to the 4th, because you know the play clock doesn't start until we call our play. So it is what it is. Little smart play there. A little smart play, right? Let's be honest. It's a little smart play. But now we have to pick up a first down. Again, stress his user. Where's he going? He picks the running back. We don't throw to the running back. That's my entire game plan here. Every single play, every single rip is do that. If he's slightly adjusted, he might be able to get us on that. But again, instead of putting a drag or putting an in or a slant, the reason we put the post on him there is as well, if everything is covered, maybe he'll clear past the defenders towards the sideline. So again, I'm like, all right, we should just run the ball here. Let's take some clock. One thing I'm bad at, and I will admit this to you guys, and I think a lot of players are probably pretty bad at this as well, is when you get in this situation, maybe you try like another run here and it doesn't really work out, you know? And then you're in like a 3rd and long situation, and then you're in a much tougher spot. So I'm trying to be better with, let me take that first 30 seconds and then let me try to make something a little more manageable here. He plays great defense. We make sure we get down with Dan. Best case scenario for us here, right? Again, he had man. I didn't expect man there. First time I think he ran man all game. So 3rd and 2 is a great spot here, because regardless, we're going to be going to the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning is on the way. It is coming. No problem. No questions asked. And with us being at the 19 means that there's actually a lot of space in there for us to have another first down after potentially. And right here, I was a little like, oh, do I score? Do I not? And then we got to the 10, and that is actually a horrible spot for us to be in, because now there is a 0% chance we can clock out. If I wanted to clock out better, maybe I should have gone down, but whatever, right? Whatever. So again, we'll take it to 2. We can't clock him out. I mean, there's what, an inch of space between the goal line and the first down marker. There's no way we end up there. So again, I will do my best to take clock, take his timeouts, do something here for sure. And you know, we don't score, which is fine. Take a timeout. You know what? I need those timeouts. I need them. Give them to me. Give them to me. Give me your timeouts, okay? So we get to this point, and again, I'm just going to do the same thing over and over. I'm 100% not changing what I'm doing. I'm not going to, I'm not going to try to clock him there. Let me score the points, right? I have to score. I have to score. So now we're up 5. Again, back in the same situation. Go for 2. Yeah, you obviously got to go for 2 here to try to make it a 7-point game and see what we can do. So last time I tried to do some adjusting on our 2-point play of like, maybe I can get the ball to someone here or there. And it almost worked out for us. This time, I'm just going to do my normal version of the 2-point play. I like it normally. But again, he does a really, really good job of defending here. So we have to roll. And as we roll, I see the tight end, Gronk, just come back open. So we do get the 2. We go up 7, minute 50, 2 timeouts. The only question in my mind here, and it's a very simple question, is if he scores, does he go for 2 as well? I think he does. I think he does. So we need to play smart with these timeouts. Right? Right. I mean, right? Like I might need to throw a bomb to get into field goal range at the end of the game. So even something little I just did there, right? We went into recent plays and then I went back over the formation. I just wanted to make sure I was going to be in the right play here. I had to make sure that we were going to be in the right spot. And so I'm pretty sure we just double Mabled on this play. Because again, the flat was there, and look at that, Peppers, what are you doing? That was the game. It's the first bad pass he's thrown all day. Okay. So I set it up again. I'm like, he's gonna do the same thing, right? I would. Same thing sounds good, and instead. We block everything up and we get all the pressure in the world, and it takes him to the 3 here, and he hurries up, and this really messed me up because I didn't know what he was doing. And he hurries up and gets us right there, and to 4th and 1. The hurry up totally screwed me up, and you could see my user was totally screwed up. But we get to this point and I was like, okay, is he going for the bomb here or not? I'm gonna double Mabel over there to see what he's gonna do. Feel like the bomb's coming, and Troy P is so clutch. And what happens? G for us. We get the W. Best player. It's my best win of the year. I'll be honest. That is my best win of the year. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Really happy. Actually scream. So I had the rest of the thing. Everything is muted. I was screaming after, but it was cursing, so I can't show it to you guys on here for monetization reasons, unfortunately. But good emotion. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me know what you guys thought of the video and the breakdown. Again, I love breaking down games for you. It's one of my favorite things to do, honestly. Live comment games is great, but this, I feel like I'm teaching 5 to 10 people a week, like 1 or 2 things that are helping them get the game better, and I really love doing that. So love you guys. Be great. I'm out. Peace.